What's up, guys? Gaonan here, and welcome to the games portion for our first Coaching Towards Masters episode. In the previous video, Patomaru and I drafted this Praxis deck that splashes Shadow for Dark Return and Primal for Carnivorous Sauropod. Overall, the deck looks pretty powerful with some of the fire rares as well as the Power Breach Sentinel and Pillar of Amar synergies. We were just disappointed that we didn't really get any fire weapons. Also, Pat and I were only able to record 4 games together, so I'm just going to show 2 of the games, and then at the end we'll recap how his run eventually turned out. So let's get into some games.
Oh, great. Lights out, Ace.
Perfect. My guest that we just had on the show last week.
Okay. So I have 4 power, a 2-drop, and a 3-drop. This seems like a keep to me.
Yeah, I'd say this is a keep. If we find that extra power, if we find firepower here, we're in really good shape.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Because we'll have a 6/5 Parapet Sentry, so...
Okay, start with the Crag Banner.
Yep, yeah. Yeah, for this part, you don't have to like necessarily play any different than you would. If you have a question, obviously ask it, but I'll mostly just be observing, so...
Okay. Should I don't have to talk, I guess.
No, just if you feel like it.
Okay.
If you like talking with me, it's cool. But yeah, no, this looks great now that we drew this extra fire sigil because we're just going to curve out here.
Mm-hmm. So do you attack here?
I probably don't because our opponent is likely to block. I think instead I rather just play Moth and pass.
Okay.
I think our opponent would be very happy to trade a stranger with our Oni Forge Master, and they would see it as a positive trade for them. And we rather attack when they don't have power up and we do, because then there's the potential, and say they attack with Skycrag Stranger or something like that, then there's the potential for us to fake a trick in that situation, and we can, you know, get free damage in essentially with Oni Forge Master because they're scared of us renowning it.
Right, okay, I see what you're saying. I think you said it the opposite way, but yeah.
Oh, depending on who has power up and stuff like that?
Yeah. So now we could attack, I guess.
Well, I wouldn't because he's gonna trade here.
Yeah. Little does he know we have no way to renown that.
Exactly. But he doesn't know that, so we can use that to our advantage when he's like, we'll just take this here. We don't really care. And then depending on what he plays, then we have the ability to attack in. Okay, we don't, but that's okay too. Okay. Now we can set up a double block instead. So.
Okay, so play the stranger, play the seek power, right?
Yep. Yeah, that's fine.
And I guess it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, no, it doesn't matter because we already have triple time, so we're good.
Yeah. And then attack in with the Maw.
Yep. Yeah, and that's good sequencing because you don't want to show whether or not you have a trick there. I guess the other thing we have to be weary about is him having a potential trick here. But do we really... Oh, okay, he has Xenon Obelisk. That's pretty good. We could double block on the stranger here. We could double block the 4/4 if we just want to get rid of it. We know we don't have a way to renown the Oni Forge Master.
Right.
It just depends if we want a 1-for-1 or a 2-for-1 or a 2-for-1.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I guess we get to attack back if we just trade with the stranger here.
Yeah, okay.
And we know we can block the Sandcrawler next turn with the Sentry, so I think this block's fine.
Oh, though, I guess... Oh, no. Enemy unit with flying. Okay. So play the power, attack, or play the sentry, I guess, to hide a trick.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I would do. Kind of stinks that we don't get the value of getting a flyer off the board, but I don't think we can afford to wait playing the guy here. So yeah, when you're going to use all your power and you're attacking, it's best to hide your trick. Look, our opponent is also 4-color. The same 4 colors, which is interesting. He needs double shadow, though. That's interesting.
So, yeah, he might have a trick. So do you attack in, or do you just keep that back as a blocker and keep attacking in with the moth?
Yeah, I just keep attacking with Moth here. It is a little awkward because there's the potential for him to get up to 8 power, and then Sandcrawler can trade with Parapet Sentry. So I guess maybe that's argument enough to attack in with the Sentry and make him trade his 2 guys. But there is the potential that he has a trick. If he's holding up 3 power, you know, Mighty Strikes, Lightning Strike, trying to think of other tricks that would potentially be bad for us. I guess I would hold back and just attack with Moth, honestly.
Okay, so we hide our trick again.
Yep, might as well.
Well, I guess we're not hiding it really because I'm playing out all the cards. But
well, we're hiding what our last card is.
Well, I should play the power, right?
Yeah, we probably should.
Okay, overthinking that one a little bit.
It's okay. Well, that's a good thing we didn't attack there. That'd have been bad. I did not think about the sloth in that situation. So Xenon Obelisk is a bomb. Wish we would have got that one.
Yeah.
But
the 17 turn clock we have going on here.
It's okay. Once we find the Power Breach Sentinel or a couple more power and pillar, like thankfully we've got the ground gummed up enough that our opponent can't really pressure us too bad.
Oh, know what we need to find? We need to find our the 4 fire this.
Oh, Siegebreaker, yeah, that would be amazing.
Okay, so just attack in the moth.
Yep. Nothing is happening here.
Play the card?
Yep. Yeah, no reason not to.
Oh. That's sad.
And he's up to 8 power now, so all of his guys are ginormous. So here you just want to start thinking about what blocks you would make if he attacked, to like garner the most favorable trades. Because I think he is thinking about A spacing here. Hurts a little bit, but not too terribly. Like all these 2-drops really are kind of a problem.
Right.
So either one we block, we're going to lose 2 guys basically, because we either have to put all 4 in front of the court mage, or we just put 3 2/2s in front of the sloth. So it's really just about what would we rather get rid of.
Yeah, I feel like I would lean towards the sloth because the Fireheart Recruit can still hold off the Trailmaker on its own.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. That's what I was thinking too. And it's just, less damage coming at us, basically.
Okay, Siege Breaker.
Yeah, Siege Breaker would be amazing.
Well,
Conflag isn't bad.
So, it hits him off, knocks him off 8 power too.
In
order to do that, I guess the only other question is, do you get greedy and hope for 7th power and try to blow him out with a...
Yeah, I don't know if we have the time for it.
Mm-hmm.
Is the main issue. So, say you did that play. Say you played Conflag on the Trailmaker. This is assuming on his turn. We play the Conflag on the Trailmaker. His Sandcrawler goes down to a 4/4, and Court Mage is down to a 3/6. Does that change our blocks very much?
No, I guess what I would do if we wait till his turn is conflag the Sandcrawler and then trade the Trailmaker and the Stranger.
Yep. I think that makes sense.
Okay, so just
gain
a life and end a turn.
Because it doesn't change our blocks at all. There's no. This will be interesting if he. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if he plays it or not, but.
Okay, so do that.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's our best line. So we're gonna take 7 here.
Yeah. And I would wait for the chump, right?
Yeah, I would wait for the chump. Hey, something that can hold it.
Yeah. So do we attack in?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think there's any reason not to. Because I don't think we're at the chumping point yet, necessarily.
Oh,
Of course. We're at the chumping point now.
Oh, boy. Oh, that's not going to do it.
No, that is not the card we want.
Okay. So
I'm also shocked we haven't hit 7 power yet.
There's a lot of shocking things going on in this game.
Yeah, Xenon Obelisk being the primary offender.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess we chump.
Yeah.
He blows us out with a trick, probably.
Yeah, seemed like he might have had Mighty Strikes, but I guess not. Otherwise, he would have just won the game.
Oh, okay.
Deck is not being nice to us.
So just concede, right?
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, you could go one more turn.
Can I? I can't block that. Oh, I guess I can. You're right. So there's no set of draws that really get me out of this. And he has a trick of some sort.
Could get like Be Gone, followed by Dark Return, followed by, I don't know, something else. Looks like he has something this time, though. Oh, that was his card. Interesting. Man, we had very similar decks. He just had a better relic.
Okay, well, this is an easy redraw.
Yeah, sadly.
A lot of powerful cards there, though.
I think you keep this.
Yeah, and then pledge.
Yeah, definitely pledge. Otherwise, we will look silly having a very powerful 4-drop and not being able to play it. Yep. So here, I would probably go play the Elysian Stranger. And then next turn we'll play the Argenport Stranger and play the token, unless we draw an undepleted power off the top or something like that. Then we would just play Banner, but likely we're playing token here, playing Stranger, then playing Siegebreaker on 4.
Right. Or does
Okay.
that change anything? Do we want to be able to block that?
Yeah, I think that changes it. We should just play Moth here.
Okay. So
since he's tapped out, we're fine to tap out, so. And we've got perfect fixing, so this is great. I guess we need time, actually. We need one more time.
Oh yeah, that's true. So this will give us a purple, so we can just.
Yeah, we just need the one more time for pillar.
No, oh right, yeah, sorry. What you're saying. Okay, so.
I still think you probably just hold Moth here and just attack with the 2/2.
Okay.
If he has a trick, we're happy for him to trade a trick for a Stranger, so.
Do I play a card first?
Am
I playing Siegebreaker here?
Yeah, I think you will play Siegebreaker here, but okay. I think it's fine to attack first. Just to make him think twice about whether or not he wants to block.
Okay. Oof.
Wow. Deck is doing things.
Yeah.
So yeah, here I think we just play the token and then play
on time, yeah.
Stranger and Stranger and the Bobble and activate Bobble.
Oh, that's interesting. I would have played the Sirocco Glider and then next. Oh, yeah.
You could do that. There's nothing wrong with that because, I mean, next turn we're planning on playing Parapet Sentry.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
And that'll make Parapet Sentry
bigger. Oh, right. You're right. I'll do that.
And I still think we're holding back the Moth here for the attack.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess, I don't know. I would still lean towards the Sirocco Glider.
Yeah, I think it's fine to play Glider here. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. So next turn we get to deal 9. Not 9 anymore, but still good. Deal 7.
Attack with both.
Yeah. Let's see if
Or I guess, should I do the Sentry, kill that, and then I can attack with the Moth also?
Well, no, yeah, you can attack with... I would just attack with Moth and Siegebreaker. If you attack with the 2/5, he just bounces it with a 3/3.
Oh, yeah. So do I attack with Moth, or do I Parapet first?
I think you attack with Moth first, see if he's interested in blocking. I assume he's not going to be, but...
Okay, and then play the Parapet?
Yeah. I guess if you order it the other way too, the other thing that you see is if he has a trick beforehand. So maybe there is valid reason to play Sentry first there. Hey, we got you your quest and we're 2/2.
Yeah, sweet. Well, this is definitely a powerful deck when it decides to do its thing.
All right, so we are at 2/2. Not exactly the start we wanted with this deck, but we can tell when the deck does what it's supposed to, that it's pretty powerful and has some nice synergies going for it. But really, what we're going to do is circle back with Pat after he finishes playing out all his games. We both kind of need to get off for the evening, but when Pat finishes the games, we might circle back and hear any other thoughts about the deck he might have. But kind of wanted to wrap up this episode Pat, by asking you about your experience, what you found helpful, things you might be taking away from this experience that you might not have gotten otherwise if you were drafting on your own and didn't have the extra eyes looking over you. So just kind of wanted to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, thank you, Gaonan. I mean, this has been a really great experience, and I'm really glad that you invited me on to do this. I it's helped me in a number of ways. One is I think just having a second set of eyes and forcing yourself to slow down has been really helpful. And as far as coaching, yeah, I think this has been really great. I think, they say, oh, watch streams to help you learn to draft. But one of the nice things about having you here and talk and being able to have a conversation about the picks is I think it's easy when you're watching a draft to think that you're learning, but having a coaching session where you're actually actively drafting and talking through the picks and explaining what you're thinking, what I'm thinking, and hearing what you're thinking about what I'm thinking, like, I think really helps me. And helps me think about what I should be thinking about more when I do draft on my own. So that's been great. And then also, I think just going over the deck building process is also good. It's so important to be able to have someone that you trust is a good player to do that with. So that's been really great. And also just in the games, I made a couple mistakes in there, but I think, our two losses weren't, I think, because of mistakes. I think our deck kind of let us down, but it's also nice to have someone talk me through each of my plays because a big part of drafting is drafting, but it's also you're never gonna get to masters without tight play, and just having someone to talk through that too, I think is really helpful in thinking about things once again that I need to be thinking about when I'm playing on my own. So this has been a really great experience, and I would recommend it to anyone.
Yeah, no, I appreciate the kind words. You were kind of my first guinea pig for this, but I'm glad you feel like you have some things to take away from the experience and to kind of have a little Gaonan voice in the back of your mind saying, oh, maybe the first shadow card isn't the one that's telling us that shadow's open, or whatever that experience is that you're taking away from it that will help you in the future going forward and make you just have that additional point of view to consider. I agree with you. I don't think we lost any games because of misplays or anything like that, but the little things like when you have a Pillar of Amar in your deck to be holding that extra power so that when you do draw that, you have that instant effect of having an additional Sentinel on the boards.
Yeah, because it's interesting for me because I do this podcast. So I'm a little different than I think other people who might be taking you up on the coaching, where I do actually review a lot of drafts. But even from my perspective, this has been really great because when we do review drafts on the podcast, they're already all the picks have already been decided. So like we can talk about different cards and stuff. But I think it's much different to be doing that in real time and being the one actually clicking the cards and sculpting the deck on your own with someone helping you through that, as compared to even what I do, which is just kind of chat about how people are building decks. So it's been really great.
All these little things add up to extra percentage points that get you closer to that ultimate goal of Masters. I assume you've been there before, right?
I have not been in draft, but I really upped the number of times. Before now, I've usually done only about 8 drafts a month, to
Ah,
be
okay.
honest.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I've always gotten to mid diamond, but never have played enough games to get me fully to masters. So
Yep.
I've
No,
been in
that
mastered in rank before, but never draft actually.
yeah, no, I mean, I think hitting Masters and Draft is the hardest thing to do in Eternal. You're right, there is definitely a time element to it. You have to play enough games. 8 is the fastest that I've ever done it, and my longest it's taken me is 15, so that's a pretty wide range. between those two. For somebody that's newer to the game and still learning the things and gaining the experience, you're light years ahead of where I was when I started playing Eternal. So there's no doubt in my mind that soon enough you'll be in a spot where you're consistently hitting Masters every month. I had a really good time doing this too.
Yeah, well, once again, thank you very much.
Just want to close out this game video by saying that Patomaru ended up going 2-3 with the deck, so unfortunate that he couldn't get more wins out of it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode and learned something from it. If you are interested in the personalized one-on-one coaching I'm providing, don't hesitate to contact me. My information's on the screen now, and you can also find it below in the video's description. Until next time, thanks for watching and have a good one.